Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to No Risk, No Rizq. It's been 10 days now since the initial attack on Israel by Hamas, and it's quite shocking at how the world is currently unfolding. We knew for decades, over 75 years, that the West favors Israel over Palestine. That's quite clear to see. But what's most surprising is the level of dehumanization and the level of destruction that we're currently seeing. And not just that, normal people who we watch on TV every single day, people that we follow, people that we quote unquote love, are actually calling for the killing of women and children. And somebody like Piers Morgan, who has a lot of influence in the world, in fact, he is probably one of the most influential journalists in the world, was seen yesterday warmongering whilst he was talking to Mohammed Hijab. And this is actually something that I've not seen other people speak about, talk about, or even notice in that conversation between Piers Morgan and Mohammed Hijab. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about.
I'll ask you a question. Do you condemn the killing of those children by the IDF?
I'll tell you what I condemn.
Yes or no?
I'm going to answer your question honestly and truthfully.
Sure.
And because I've tweeted about this, right?
Oh, okay.
I think that what happened on October the 7th was one of the worst atrocities I have ever had to read about or watch on video.
It happens every day in Palestine.
No.
So why do you care about that?
It actually doesn't. It doesn't.
It does actually.
No.
Yes.
No. The Israeli forces.
I've got the stats for that.
Israeli forces do not go.
Cast-led,
Wait a minute,
protective
Mohammed.
edge. Go and check it out.
Mohammed, Israeli forces.
Cast-led, protective edge.
Israeli forces don't go into Gaza on one day and grab grandmothers and kill babies in their beds.
Okay.
And
no, hold on.
Rape and abuse women.
So, rape, is there any evidence for that?
It's been multiple reports in multiple mainstream media publications. Well, you're going to sit here and deny everything,
No,
right?
no, I'm not denying anything.
You are.
No, I accept that some civilians have been killed. I do accept this. And I already said...
You don't believe any of the reports that women were raped?
No, I didn't say that. I said that it's still to be
Do you
verified.
think they were raped?
No, I don't know. It's like the Russell Brand thing. You said we don't know. You see the evidence. So why do you apply two different standards?
Okay, so it's been reported.
When it's Israel, we know they're raped. When it's Russell Brand, you don't know because you're friend.
No, it's been reported by legitimate news sources.
When it's Israel, you know they're raped. But when it's Russell Brand, you don't know.
Them.
When it's Russell Brand, you don't know if they're raped.
There's no comparison between Russell Brand and what's happened.
It's the same thing. It's a rape allegation. Why are you stuttering?
I'm not stuttering.
You are stuttering. You don't have anything
You're
to say.
contesting every single thing that I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
the
saying
point
to
of
you,
an argument.
at the end, 1,300 people were brutally
2,000
murdered,
people have been killed on the other side.
Abused.
2,000 people have been killed on the other side.
I said that to the ambassador.
Okay, but do you condemn that, yes or no?
I don't think...
So you refuse to condemn?
No.
You do refuse to condemn?
Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Because you're not condemning it, are you?
What do you want me to condemn?
Condemn? Okay, excellent. What do I want you to condemn?
Yes.
I want you to condemn the fact that the IDF, knowing that it's more probable than not, pressing buttons from the sky, killing innocent civilians, 1,000 of them children, that is a war crime and that is not acceptable morally. Just like you condemn the other one. Is it condemnable or not?
I believe, given the scale of what Hamas did on October the 7th, Israel is entitled to
kill children.
No, that's not what I said.
Go ahead.
They're entitled to defend themselves with force.
Okay, excellent.
Then the question becomes, Mohammed, it's an interesting debate.
Sure.
If, as it seems to me, you believe too, Hamas are not a force for good, do you believe that?
Well, I think that anybody who kills children and those elements of Hamas who are killing children...
Right, so we can agree. So we agree. So my point is, if Israel's purpose is to rid the world of Hamas after the atrocity of October the 7th, how do they do that, given that Hamas embeds itself in civilian areas in the way that it does? Everyone knows that in Gaza.
Okay.
How do they do that in the surgically clean way that you seem to think they should be doing?
Okay, can I say...
How do you not kill civilians?
Beautiful. Can I say...
How do you not kill civilians?
Beautiful. Can I say...
How do you not kill civilians?
Beautiful. Can I say...
How do you not kill civilians?
Beautiful.
So there we have it with Piers Morgan, where he's saying, how do you get rid of Hamas without killing civilians? So he's just letting it be known that it doesn't matter how many civilians die because the objective is to kill Hamas. Now, one thing that's very important to mention is that he is saying, because it's the line that has come out in their PR statements of this is how you need to address these issues. What he's saying is that Hamas, and he's saying this because this is what the Israeli script is on this issue, is that Hamas embeds themselves into civilian populations or into civilian buildings like schools and hospitals or residential buildings. So the question is if they are a resistance force, and again, I have to put this caveat in of we do not support any form of terrorism, but in terms of the Palestinian people, the civilians who are living in Gaza right now, who are trapped in Gaza right now, who aren't allowed to leave Gaza right now, who are imprisoned in Gaza by a massive wall, lots of guns, they are not able to even have any water, electricity, or fuel at this point. You're telling me that those people who were born in Gaza, have never left Gaza, they have to die because of what this group is doing, and this group embeds themselves into residential homes, hospitals, schools. Where else are they going to go? As in, first of all, I would like to see some evidence that these people are in these buildings, because so far you're telling me that all of these rockets are still being fired. How do you know where these people are? You've flattened blocks and blocks, killed over 3,000 people, but you still haven't killed Hamas. And there's only meant to be 2,000 or 3,000 Hamas soldiers. So how many of these people have you killed? You know, apparently that they're in hospitals, schools, residential buildings, but you don't even know how many have been killed. Where is the tally of this is how many Hamas soldiers have been killed? Where is that? Where is that? And so to further the point, where are they going to go when they're trapped? When they're trapped in a city the size of smaller than London, right? You could fit Gaza into London many times, and it is the most densely populated place on earth. Where are they going to go? Are they meant to have some sort of military base? Is that what they're meant to have, some sort of military base? Honestly, this is very disgusting. And what's most disgusting is that especially the Israelis are likening this to World War II. And obviously we know what happened in World War II, the atrocities of World War II, which led to that war. And so right now, yes, there are a lot of comparisons between this and World War II, but the difference is that the oppressed have now become the oppressors, and they are oppressing people who historically have always taken them in. Very, very disappointed, very, very upset, very lost for words. There's been many times that I wanted to do a video and release it, and I've just been speechless. I just have not had the words to describe my emotions or my thoughts when I'm looking at this stuff, because it's so plainly obvious to see what is happening, what is going on. And it has been for at least the last 20 years, where there's a lot more press covering these issues. There's a lot more agencies going in, calling it an apartheid state, and yet nothing is happening. And you see people like Piers supporting what is going on by the Israelis. That is terrorism. That is terrorism. They are killing innocent civilians. This is a genocide. They are committing war crime after war crime. That's not my opinion. That is the legal definition of what they are doing. And it's very obvious to see that laws are only there for the poor. They are not there for the rich. And I'm going to end it there. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video.